Guys, we're back.
It's been a while, but this man had to take his mother home, and he was spending a couple weeks in Ecuador.
Great weeks. Yep, I had a great time. But we're back, and we have a great show for you guys. It's going to be a really long one, but it's going to be great.
Yes.
There's a lot of juice.
Yes, we got a lot of stuff to cover because we've been away for a while, so we're going to try to capture a lot in this episode.
That's right. So we're going to start talking about what happened and what took place in Jeddah 2 weeks ago during Super Showdown.
Yes. That show, I hope nobody watched it. I feel bad for anybody who did. I think this guy did over here.
Thanks for feeling bad for me. I appreciate that.
Yes, people who did watch it, I do feel bad. You wasted, I think, about 3 hours of your life.
4.5.
Well, that's even more.
4.5.
That's even worse.
That's even more bullshit. Yes. But I did it for you guys, so we can talk about it.
So, I don't know that we need to do a full recap of the entire show. We'll go through maybe the bigger matches.
That's true. Yeah, we'll do that.
But to me, a very predictable show, obviously. Nothing really huge came out of it.
Nope.
WWE obviously going over to Saudi Arabia. They're not going to mention Saudi Arabia. They're mentioning just Jeddah, the capital, or where it took place. I don't know if that's the capital. Saudi Arabia is just, it's blood money, they're taking from the prince. And, to me, they got to get rid of the whole relationship there. They're not going to because they're getting paid $300 million or whatever it is per show.
For 10 years.
So, it's ridiculous. But, to me, the show was completely predictable. I did not watch it because I literally looked at everything that happened afterwards, the results, and I was like, okay, I already knew that was going to happen, 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 that was going to happen.
Nothing really meaningful came out of that. No title changes.
Nothing.
Not even a good match.
I mean, if WWE wants these things to become meaningful, then they need something to happen that's going to actually transpire at these events. Like a cash-in. Lesnar cashing in there would have been something that would make people say, hey, you know what? We have to tune in now.
Yes. Something meaningful, something that's going to catch the audience's eye.
Yes.
I feel, he came out, he tried to catch, he gets beat up by Rollins.
Yes. So, I mean, I'm sorry, but, the fact that he did not successfully do anything, or there wasn't a title change at all, makes the show very bullshit.
It's not meaningful at all. And like the way that they did it also, like they had Paul Heyman falling. He got caught in the ropes and he falls and he throws the money in the bank.
Yeah.
So the briefcase, and then Rollins grabs it, and then he grabs a chair and then starts beating Lesnar up.
Yep.
So he looked like a fucking jackass.
Well, to me, the fact that I remember on Raw, like Lesnar beat the shit out of Rollins before this took place,
yes,
and he did not cash in,
yep,
makes him look like the asshole.
Yep.
So...
And then he goes Friday, and he doesn't even cash it.
Yep.
Yeah. We will mention, let's say, Triple H, Randy Orton. No need for that match. There was absolutely no need.
After all those two have been through...
Why?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Why?
Nobody was looking... I mean, maybe the Saudis look forward to it because they have no idea who the younger superstars are.
Yes.
Because the Prince was asking, I remember when they first came, brought the contract up and they wanted them to come over, they wanted fucking Yokozuna and Ultimate Warrior to come over. And those two are fucking dead.
And Vince goes, no, I'm sorry, they're dead. They're dead.
So obviously they don't pay attention to the new product, even though the new product is garbage, which they shouldn't pay attention to.
And that's why they keep asking for older people.
So
that will take us to Undertaker and Bill Goldberg.
This match is another match that should not have taken place. I know, dude, you love Taker, which I do too.
I always will, by the way. Always will.
I love Taker. And you posted a hilarious article of, hey guys, do you think Taker should retire?
I wanted to ask people if they actually wanted him to retire or not. But you can give us your thoughts about...
To me, that's not even a
How do you feel
fucking
about it?
question. Okay? The man should have retired after Hell in a Cell with Triple H. Okay? To me, done. Streak is still intact.
20-0.
And done.
Yeah.
That should have been it. Okay, hell, I'll even give CM Punk. Done.
I would have won CM Punk. I would have won CM Punk.
Because that was still a fantastic match.
Yes.
Streak is done, and
it's still intact.
Still intact.
It's still intact.
You know,
still going.
You have him retire, but you
Hall of Fame induction.
Right.
And done.
But, Vince is a fucking imbecile. Is offering him, I'm sure, obscene amounts of money to still bring him back for no reason whatsoever now, after the streak is over, onto these fucking terrible, no-name, bullshit events, like Saudi Arabia, these Super Showdown events, that mean nothing, and is tarnishing his career.
Yep, is really tarnishing, is like putting a lot of dirt.
Yes.
In his legacy.
You're almost not seeing an icon anymore, you're seeing trash.
Yep.
I feel like, I remember an interview with Taker. And it was Taker, saying, I don't want to be, a guy remembered as this older guy who doesn't want to give up the dream. I want to retire with respect. And now he's reneging on that, and he's, wrestling, just for the money, just to get more money, and I don't know why.
Yeah. It kind of seems that way, and it's actually really bullshit to think that way, because you will think that, like, he knows better.
I would hope so.
I put a picture of it. I know you guys liked it. When the cartoon that was Vince and Undertaker and said retirement. Yeah, I feel that, especially if you're going to do it in those kind of crowds, or for those kind of crowds.
Where you get no reaction whatsoever.
You get no reaction whatsoever. And also, they did the same thing for Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
And nobody even knows, I think, that he came back for one match. Nobody wants to see that match because it was terrible. Yeah. So I feel that, the thing is, like, when he lost the streak, a lot of his mystique was lost.
Absolutely.
That shouldn't have been it. If you wanted him to retire, at least it should have been when he lost to Lesnar.
I agree.
That was another situation that, okay, he's done. We've seen him done. All right, let's focus on the past and the good stuff. Because the match with Bray Wyatt was never needed.
No.
The match with Shane was never needed.
That, I don't even know why it took fucking place.
Yes.
I kind of understood the Bray Wyatt thing because they both had a similar kind of character.
It's a gimmick, yes.
But all the matches afterwards, I never understood.
Especially the one with Cena. To me, the build-up was awesome. But then 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Cena got his ass kicked and that was it.
That was it.
The only match that I could see Taker coming back for was Sting. Sting. That is it. Everybody wanted that match.
Every wrestling fan wants to see that match.
That's it.
But not Goldberg. I don't know why was even the idea brought up.
No.
I don't even understand why you will say, oh, we need Undertaker against Goldberg.
I don't either.
Knowing their ages.
I never would, who the fuck would want to see Goldberg versus Undertaker? They don't have anything in common.
Yep.
In fact, they're
complete
opposite.
The only thing is the age.
Yeah.
The only thing is the age. But let's review what went over. Match started. Goldberg gets busted open.
Concussion.
He claims he got a concussion. He starts bleeding. And then Undertaker went for a chokeslam. And the tombstone, that was a really dangerous one. If Goldberg was this close to hit the mat. And then I don't know what would have happened.
For me, I posted another article, okay? This match lasted longer than any match Goldberg has had in the past, 15 years, okay? I don't understand why this match wasn't shorter than the match he had with Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, okay? That match was
5 minutes.
5 minutes, okay? This match should have been like 3 minutes. Okay?
Should have been finisher,
right?
Done.
You get all the spots in. You have 2 spears, jackhammers, choke slams, tombstones, done.
Nobody, nobody gets hurt. Everybody gets what they want.
Yeah.
Done.
You have really quick spots and do nothing but finishers.
Yeah.
For me, that's what it should have been. It shouldn't have been a fucking 20-minute match where 2 fucking 50-year-olds, you could see, I'm sure, they're both...
Yep. They were both by after the tombstone, both of them were done.
Right?
Both of them were completely gassed out. Yep. Both of them were bad. Goldberg tried to go for the jackhammer, which ended up being a brainbuster.
Yeah, he nearly kills Taker.
And he nearly kills Taker. Yep. So. Then Undertaker went for old school, and then chokeslam and done. But what we've heard from our sources is that Undertaker called the match off because he knew it was awful.
Yeah.
He knew it was awful, and then by the end, when Taker was doing the pose and all of that, Goldberg passed out. There's images of that, there's video, and there's also reports about backstage.
Backstage heat.
Both of them went at it, and then Taker passed out twice. After that, twice. So that's the consequence of a bad idea that was supposedly thought for like 2 more matches between the both of them. So
these two,
I don't know why you will do that.
You need to understand. I know fans. You guys love your nostalgia. Old school.
I'm included.
Okay.
I'm included.
But that's what the WWE Network's for. That's what Daily Motion's for. That's what YouTube's for.
Vimeo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You go and you watch that shit in the past. Okay. You don't have these guys who are 50 and plus, wrestling now. Okay, because it looks fucking awful. They can't do it anymore.
Nope.
And it's tarnishing what they did
in the past.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but you don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Okay?
If I would say something, I would love to see The Undertaker, but that's only me. As a child, but I understand that he's 53, he cannot do it anymore.
He can't.
He cannot do it anymore. Nope.
I'm sorry.
It hurts me to admit, but he cannot do it anymore.
It's time to pack it in.
Yeah, I mean, and if you're going to have a match with him, put it with somebody younger, at least that he can help him out.
If you're going to do it, you need somebody younger who can carry him.
Exactly. Like I said, can help him out to carry the match. It will be a little bit better.
Yes.
And somebody that's going to be a little slimmer. So he cannot, put all the effort like a tombstone.
But that's what I mean. If you're going to do it, you need somebody like a Balor, like a Styles, somebody who's athletic. Because you're not going to have one with Roman. Okay, look what happened with Roman. That match was bullshit.
That was another bullshit. Okay,
because Roman is not a guy who is an in-ring general. If you're going to have somebody carry Roman, or I'm even fucking up because I'm pissed off. Okay, if you're going to have somebody carry Taker, okay, it has to be somebody who's an in-ring general. Okay, you guys need to understand these smaller guys like a Daniel Bryan, like a Styles, like a Balor. All those guys are the guys who can carry people in the ring. Look at Lesnar, okay? Best matches that Lesnar's had in the second run in WWE.
With all smaller guys.
All these smaller guys.
And it started out with Phil Brooks.
Exactly.
A.K.A. CM Punk.
Exactly.
For the ones who don't know that name.
I have that picture right here. Phil Brooks is absolutely, to me, that was his best match that he's had.
I will say Lesnar's best match of the second run, Phil Brooks.
Absolutely.
That match was absolutely great. And we'll talk about that match a few times in the show. But he's right. And I would even say, I know Elias is not a ring general, but at least it would have been a little better.
It would have been.
It would have been.
I think it would have been.
And it would have been better for the fan. Why? Because you get to see Taker's, the stick. You get to see the chokeslam, tombstone, even old school, and that.
Not only that, but you have a younger guy getting in the ring with Taker.
Yeah.
And you have that for Elias.
Yeah, Elias, although he's a loser, he never wins, but I mean, it would have been a little better than the shit that he had to do with Roman and the best in the world and Drew McIntyre.
So bullshit.
Yeah, it is true. I agree with a lot of another content creators that Shane O'Mac doesn't need that much exposure.
No.
I really don't think that like there should be like 3 or 4 segments for him in every show.
But let's transition into that.
But
now.
yes.
Going away from Saudi Arabia now, let's transition into all the bullshit that's going on now.
After Showdown.
After Showdown.
Yeah, well, like I said, we just think that like to close up this part of the podcast, the match was awful, and I'm just glad that neither one of them was like seriously injured.
Yes, the whole Saudi Arabia show was awful. It did not need to take place, and right now WWE is suffering because they put on that show, and now they're having a stomping ground pay-per-view with nothing but Saudi Arabia rematches.
Yes, like so if you're gonna do it, at least like he said, make sure that you're doing something that is gonna be meaningful, like that is gonna bring attention rather than actually push people away.
I agree.
Enough with Super Showdown.
But now you come back now after this. I don't understand the wild card concept. I think it's a very terrible concept, bullshit concept. Okay, first to start off with, you're only supposed to have 3, and now there's like 48 people showing up on each show each night. I get why they're doing it, because SmackDown is coming to Fox, and they want to have a number of different
superstars,
big names, as they call them.
Yeah.
But as you're doing that, again, WWE fails to grasp that they're not creating new stars, and they're just having the same old stars that they think are big names way down the entire show, like Roman Reigns.
Yep.
Okay? Plus, they created this new title, the 24/7 title, which they think is a great concept. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I think it's a terrible idea.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're making an ass of themselves and of the fans. If you think it's good, whatever. I think you're kind of a dick if you do think it is good. But literally, okay, think about it this way. The first night that it happened, okay?
Mick Foley.
Okay? Foley introduces it and people boo him.
Yes.
Okay? Then you have, okay, the first champion was what? Robert Roode? Was it Robert Roode, or was it, who was the first?
Titus.
Titus was the first.
Titus.
Then it was Robert.
Yeah.
Then it was... was it Truth then?
Then it's Truth. Yeah.
Okay.
Then Truth did it.
Think about it, though. When Robert Roode was running, okay, to hide from everybody, you had Drew McIntyre and Baron Corbin chatting when he ran by. If that title is so prestigious, why didn't they go running after him and try to beat him up and get the title?
That's true.
Okay, that shows you right there that title's a piece of shit. Okay? And that, okay?
That Summer's let all in when it comes to that.
This fucking sock is worth more than that title. Okay?
I agree with that. I feel like the whole idea, we were all waiting for what? The Hardcore Championship. And then we were told that the third hour will be like more raw. It will be different.
No.
It will try to gather people attention.
They'll never do that.
But they didn't accomplish that.
The only way they'll go back to doing that is when AEW comes on Tuesday nights and starts tearing the house down, and they have to switch their program.
They have to finally go back to compete.
They do.
Yeah,
I think that's what's going to end up happening.
But the fact that like people are trying to saying that R-Truth is the hottest thing on WWE, because there's a lot of people that actually like the spots. Like there's a lot of YouTube videos where he's on the airports, like he's like sleeping in the plane with the title. He's running away from everybody. If that makes people excited, there's something wrong with you.
I do. I think you are absolutely high as a kite if you think that that's entertainment.
For example, or like that's good wrestling.
It's not. First of all, it's not wrestling. Okay, it's again WWE's idea of entertainment.
Yes.
Okay, it's not wrestling. Okay. I'll agree, if there's anybody that can pull off that title, it's R-Truth.
R-Truth, like Ron Killings, he's great.
No doubt.
I mean, he's a great character.
No
he
doubt.
knows how to pull up with a lot of things that he's given.
Absolutely. But to me, the title, first of all, no titles on the show are worth anything. Okay? So adding another title is not going to do anything.
Yep.
Okay? But the fact that you do this now is making everything else look even worse.
Yep.
So.
And he never defends the title. On the show.
No.
On the actual show.
No.
So he has to be outside. Yesterday he lost the title to Dre Maverick outside. There was a referee out, like in his car coming out, and then Maverick comes and does a small package and pins him.
And now, correct me if I'm wrong, but any of you people, you can comment on this. I know you guys never do on videos, but do you guys consider Drake Maverick a wrestler?
A wrestler.
Okay, he's in charge of 205 Live, right?
Yes.
And then at one time he was
manager
of AOP.
Oh, yeah, AOPP.
Okay.
Yeah. And he used to be a manager on Impact.
Right.
But he never really wrestled.
Yeah. So I don't really consider him a wrestler. So you have him winning the fucking belt. How does that make the belt look now? That makes it look even worse than it did before.
And I will say, when it comes to previous champions, what happened with Robert Roode?
Right.
Where's he at?
So you don't have him on shows. You don't have all these other talented people on shows. You have a 3-hour fucking show, and you're not spotlighting anybody.
Nope. It's the same people.
The War Raiders were fucking... All of a sudden, they fucking came back.
Yep.
You know, and they were facing two guys from the fucking crowd. They just pulled two fucking jobbers out of the crowd, and they were wrestling two jobbers on Monday Night Raw.
And then they just wrestle in the main event. Main event. They go from being the NXT Tag Team Champions. They're forced to relinquish the belts, change their names, Viking Experience.
Yeah, to the fucking Viking Experience. They were the War Raiders, now they're the fucking Viking Experience.
And then, now they're wrestling in a main event. The worst show of WWE. The worst show.
Think about that. And now, if you guys didn't watch Double or Nothing, AEW, okay? You should have seen the fucking tag team matches that took place there.
The Young Bucks.
That was the fucking best thing of that entire show.
The Young Bucks and Lucha Bros.
The Lucha Bros.
Yeah.
Okay? Not only that, they had other tag team matches that tore the fucking house down.
Yeah.
That fucking tag team division is going to be badass. That is going to be the best thing that's on the fucking entire show.
I actually agree with that. I absolutely
Tag team wrestling is going to be the whole thing that I think is the glue that holds that thing together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because Kenny Omega and Jericho were okay, but I don't think that came close to what
they did
the Young Bucks and the Lucha Bros did.
Oh yeah, I will say that. I agree with that. It was kind of a lame main event.
So
to me, I didn't like that too much. It never came even close to what they did in New Japan.
No.
And the way that he won it with the Judas effect, okay, I understand he's a new finisher, but it's not as like
it's
lethal.
not the code breaker.
Yep.
To me, I found that Judas effect to be bullshit.
I find that like Almas does that all the time.
But Almas hits it legit. You can hear.
Yeah.
You hear that when he hit it. I'm like,
nothing.
Are you serious? He's gonna win with that. And he hit code breaker before he hit that. I'm like, are you serious? You're gonna win with that fucking bullshit move. I found it non-believable at all.
Instead of the code breaker, yes. And I would have wanted to see the One Wing Angel.
Yeah.
And of course they protect that finisher.
Well, they're going to, and I want them to protect it. WWE doesn't protect fucking finishers at all. You see 98 finishers
for one match.
You know, one match, and that's only at pay-per-views, thank God. You know, but you know, you'll see 98 finishers throughout the entire goddamn match.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that. I want to see finishers protected, and they don't do that.
Yes. But, yeah, I agree with you. I feel that they don't focus on tag team wrestling, which they should, and that's why they suffer.
So, I mean, we're hopping around to many different topics, but the point I'm trying to say is WWE Television right now is at its worst, I think, in its entire history. And that's including the mid-fucking 90s with the fucking gobbledygooker, okay, Bastion Booker, Max Moon, okay, Jim Knuckleball Schwartz, all those fucking terrible characters that they had, okay. I don't care what you think.
Mabel.
Yeah, Mabel.
Mabel.
Okay, all the fucking characters that they had then, at least they could fucking tell a story, okay. They're not telling any stories right now, okay.
Nobody's interested anymore. That's the thing. Everybody's so disgruntled and disengaged with the product. And
do you blame them?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. There's no way to
justify
it as a fan, because how can I not be if the product sucks?
It's terrible.
Absolutely blows. The shows are really hard to watch now.
I cannot stand watching Monday Night Raw or SmackDown Live because it's the same goddamn thing.
Is you can even tell that they're two separate rosters anymore. The same people are in the same shows.
Exactly. There's no more brand split, people.
No, the brand split is over.
The wild card rule is another way of saying there's no more brand split.
And what is that doing to the guys that were not featured before?
That's what I mean.
They're forgotten.
Yes.
Completely in oblivion.
The mid card now has no way of being on the roster now. No way of being featured. Okay.
Not at all.
People like Andrade, Cien Almas, people like Elias,
Rusev, Nakamura,
Alexander Rusev.
Okay.
You know, people like, Ricochet.
Aleister Black. Where the fuck is Aleister Black?
Yeah, where the fuck is Aleister Black?
Buddy Murphy.
Yeah, where the fuck is Buddy Murphy? All these people who should be featured on television are not spotlighted.
And we will say even Robert Roode, although he was an asshole to us,
should be spotlighted.
Yeah,
should be on TV.
Even though he was an asshole to both of us.
He's a good fucking wrestler.
He's a good wrestler.
He's a good heel.
Yes.
He could be a champion, and I mean fucking WWE champion.
Yes. And why? Because he has the perfect gimmick.
Yes.
Even the theme song itself, is just the whole thing.
Yes.
Glorious.
He is glorious.
What else do you need to do?
That's what I mean.
Like,
I want to see him back as his NXT heel gimmick.
It books itself. That's what is a no-brainer. It books itself. But now you gotta push the same guys. Baron Corbin pushed to the moon, challenging Seth Rollins. There's no reason for that. And we have an article that Ryan had from the web.
PW Insider has even said this, that John Cena was seen backstage at Monday Night Raw this week. And this is from PW Insider. Even the Bella Twins were in Los Angeles for Monday Night Raw, filming content for WWE.
Total divas.
I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to do for WWE.
Total divas or total Bellas.
So bullshit.
On E.
But also, I want you guys to listen to this. WrestleVotes claims that a source in WWE says the vibe within the company ahead of Stomping Grounds is like the mid-90s when the times were tough and rough, like an in-your-house event. Okay? That is when the company was facing WCW. Okay? Was when WCW started to get hot. Okay? When they had NWO started and the company was starting to go downhill.
Yes.
Okay? Losing money. Everything was, starting to get really rough.
And the NWO became really big.
Okay? And you guys need to realize that, I know people have commented to me. I have several people who comment to me and say, this AEW is not going to be a big deal. You say what you want. Double or Nothing, okay, the pay-per-view numbers did bigger numbers than any WWE pay-per-view did ever. I want you guys to realize that, okay?
They did even better, I think, than WrestleMania 35.
Yes.
Last year's WrestleMania. They did.
Okay, you need to realize
they did better.
That is no fluke. Okay? People want change, and it's coming.
All Out. Sold out.
Sold out, yes. Well,
sold out again.
Dude, All In, okay, sold out. Okay, then you had Double or Nothing, which sold out in 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, now All Out is sold out. This is not a fluke.
Yeah.
People now, and now the other pay-per-view that they're going to have,
the new one. Fry some, yeah.
I know that I forget what it's called, but they're gonna broadcast that
for free
on Bleacher Report Live.
Yes.
And
they're gonna have really good matches.
How do you think that makes WWE look? Makes them look like a bunch of assholes because all they care about is money. But another article, okay, is stating that they're gonna have Kofi Kingston versus Dolph Ziggler Becky Lynch versus Lacey Evans, they have that advertised for Clash of Champions. So they're having rematches.
From the rematches.
From rematches at Stomping Ground.
They're going to take place on Stomping Ground.
So rematches from the Saudi Arabia show that are taking place at Stomping Ground, they have that advertised for Clash of Champions now. So they're having rematches
on top of rematches.
On top of rematches. Who wants to fucking see that?
Yeah. It's really terrible when your product is that much predictable.
Yeah.
And you don't do anything about it.
And right now, I mean, I already posted this article. I don't know if people are even paying attention to this, but Stomping Ground is not selling tickets.
Not at all. They're struggling really bad to sell tickets.
The seating chart is completely empty. They're selling 2-for-1 tickets right now.
And $20 piece.
Yes. $20 for a fucking ticket.
Yes.
Can you imagine that?
That's how bad the state of the product is right now.
Right now, usually those tickets are $100 a pop.
Yeah.
Even more. And they're selling them for $20. That is how bad the product is right now.
And if you're struggling to sell, all those tickets, why don't you just don't have the pay-per-view? Have like 5 or 6 throughout the whole year.
Right now they can't. They have to do the pay-per-view because they already booked the arena and everything,
yes.
paid all the money.
Yes.
But to me, this needs to be a wake-up call that you need to have one pay-per-view per month.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
This needs to be their fucking wake-up call. One pay-per-view a month. This Saudi Arabia shit needs to end. Mm-hmm. Because you cannot be gearing up and having a show in Saudi Arabia
and then coming back with absolutely no storyline.
Yeah.
Or just, rematches from the pay-per-view.
Because no people are going to want to see that.
Yep.
Or you need to have a new fucking all storylines, new everything for a new pay-per-view.
Yes.
You can't be doing rematches because people aren't going to want to see it.
And even starts with a name. And that will take us to, we're going to do our predictions for Stomping Grounds. But first of all, why Stomping Grounds?
To me,
why can't we go back to like a more engaging name?
We have talked about this for years, that we want pay-per-views like Armageddon. Okay? Bad Blood.
Bad Blood, yeah.
Unforgiven.
Yes. Unforgiven.
We used to love names like that. Okay? Not fucking Stomping Ground.
Yes.
Okay? Remember Great Balls of Fire? Okay? Stop with the bullshit names for these pay-per-views and go back to the original names. Give us, you're in the summer. How about Bash at the Beach? Okay? I used to love the layout in WCW. You own the fucking rights to WCW. The layout.
Or
with the sand and everything.
Or the Great American Bash.
Great American Bash is
July.
fine.
You have that. Great American Bash.
Do Great American Bash. That's fine. Okay, but the layout for Bash at the Beach was awesome. Okay? When you have October come around.
Halloween Havoc.
Have that. That's fucking brilliant.
If you do Starrcade, do a really legit.
Yeah, do it as a pay-per-view. Don't do it as a fucking house show.
Don't just bring Ric Flair and be like, yeah, it's Starrcade. No, do a pay-per-view that says Starrcade.
Because it deserves it because of its name value alone.
Yes.
Okay, yes. Starrcade was their main pay-per-view in WCW.
Yes. It was the comparable to WrestleMania.
So bullshit.
And I feel that's going to take us to the predictions, right, Ryan? Or do we have something else before that?
We will do predictions. And I'm sorry for everybody here that has to... If you're going to watch Stomping Ground, I feel bad for you, but we'll go to
We will, just because we have to do comments. But no, we will because we love you guys. And we love wrestling. It's our passion. We hate it sometimes, but we have to hate to love. So we're going to talk about the matches that are going to take place in Stomping Grounds. I feel it's going to be a really lousy pay-per-view, though. It's going to be hard to watch, just because it's like a lot of matches that we've seen before.
Yes.
The one match that I don't see a little bit of sense in taking place is Roman Reigns against Drew McIntyre. So we're gonna do that one first, just for the sake of it.
Yes.
But why do we need to see that when we saw that at WrestleMania?
I agree.
Why?
I agree.
We know what's gonna happen. And we know what's going to happen.
What happens every time somebody steps in the ring with Roman Reigns?
Spear.
And done.
And before that, Superman punch. And done.
But to me, what you highlighted earlier, Reigns has this ongoing feud with Shane McMahon. I don't know if that's still a thing right now.
Yes, it is still a thing.
But right now, all the spotlight is on Shane McMahon.
Yes.
And it's such a waste of time. But everybody claims, all these articles, everything claims that it's going to lead up to Shane McMahon winning the title.
The WWE Championship.
If that happens, then to me, you have shot yourself in the foot worse than I've ever seen. Because if you're going to put a title on a McMahon, like Vince did with the ECW title, like he did with the WWF title, that to me is such a disgusting thing to do on your product today. Your product is so horrible as it is. If you're going to do that now, people will run away in flocks even more so than they have.
Than they already thinking. Even their own wrestlers are thinking about going to AEW as soon as their contracts expire.
Right.
We put an article there, and Ryan wanted to tell you, comment on the freaking article.
Yes, please.
Comment on the freaking article.
If we post articles, please comment on them. Please. I want you to comment. I want you to like the articles. Please do that. We will comment back.
Yes.
I will comment back. He will comment back.
Yes.
I love when people...
We love discussion.
Yes. I love to do that.
And I know you guys love the nude stuff. I know you do. You love that. But also read the articles. Okay? Please help me out on that.
Yes. Please. Please comment.
Yes.
I want more discussion.
We want more interaction with our fan base.
Yes.
So, but again, we don't understand why Shane O'Mac will become the champion. To me, the only logic that I can find is that he calls himself the best in the world, so that has to lead to a title. But when it comes to Vince being the champion, at least he was on it for one day. Remember, he won it, and then he put it on the line right away.
I agree.
He's like, I'm not worthy of the title. So, but the fact that Shane will become the champion, that's shitting on everybody that is on the roster that actually could be a believable champion.
I agree.
For example, Almas once again, Balor. Where the hell is Balor? I know he has a girlfriend. I know he's dating a Mexican girl that works at Fox Sports. I just know that because, of course, yeah, I'm Hispanic, thanks. But why isn't Balor on the show?
Don't ask me, dude. I've lost all faith in this fucking product because it's so terrible right now. But you have so many people more capable of that title right now. Like Kofi right now, to me, bullshit champion. I'm sorry. You still have him throwing fucking pancakes into the crowd. I never saw Kofi as a champion. He's a great wrestler, don't get me wrong. But if you were going to put the belt on him, then you take away New Day, and you take away the fucking pancake throwing, and him wearing the fucking belly shirt and stuff, and you have him become a believable champion. Okay? To me, the fact that he's still throwing fucking pancakes into the crowd disgraces that fucking belt even more. And I'm sorry, you don't do that to a fucking title.
You need somebody that's going to bring prestige.
Yes.
That's going to make the title
I want a guy
meaningful.
Yes, I want a guy who's going to wear a fucking suit to the ring. I want a guy who's going to actually, be capable of bringing prestige to the title, and that's not a Kofi.
But he's going to be able to do whatever it takes to not lose that title. Like, for example, like when Tommaso Ciampa did during his run as NXT champion.
Beautiful.
Like, called the title Goldie. He never comes out without the belt and defends him at all cost. Kofi, to me, a really lame champion. Nobody really believes it. They wanted him to become the champion, but they didn't. I don't think they knew what to do after he won the championship. And to me, Ziggler, he's a great wrestler. I love Dolph Ziggler,
but they fucked him over too many times.
Why the fuck you come back to this?
To me, dude, I think he doesn't give a shit anymore.
Unless you're promised the championship.
To me, Ziggler does not give a fuck about wrestling anymore. He cares. He's getting paid, he doesn't care, and he can do his comedy stuff on the side.
I guess, yeah, because to me, Dolph is a great wrestler. I have not seen a bad match from Dolph Ziggler.
No?
He's a great wrestler that can have a really great match with absolutely anybody.
But you witness, look how long he had off.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I think he cares more so that he's getting paid and he can take time off.
Oh, yeah.
And that he can do his other stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's what matters to him. Because right now, that's all that matters to him. And I think I would have loved to see Dolph leave and go to AEW. He would tear the house down with Omega and everybody.
Omega and Dolph Ziggler would have been a perfect match. And
No doubt.
Ziggler against even the new Jericho would be good.
Oh, yeah.
Or Cody. You have so many big names right there. Handman Page.
Oh, yeah.
Against Dolph Ziggler. But we're going to start with the predictions for you guys, but I'm sorry we went off topic. But we just had a lot of ideas in our heads. So I don't think they will. Of course they will have a pre-show, but do we even need to mention something from the pre-show?
I don't even see a pre-show on here. So I mean, I'm looking here.
Well, let's just go to the main card because the pre-show nobody really watches that.
If they have a pre-show for this fucking card, I'm sorry. That's even more bullshit.
Yeah, they will. I mean, nobody will watch that. Who would?
Right now, we start off with Roman Reigns versus McIntyre. I see Roman Reigns winning this, no problem.
He will win, no problem. And again, McIntyre gets what? Trashed one more time. Barry one more time.
You know, I'm sorry, but I see McIntyre being... to me, he should have been the one challenging for the championship at some point. And the man has been buried more times than
Elias.
Right?
Then Elias, yes.
You know...
The thing is, like, before Roman left... We heard that the guy was going to be who? Drew McIntyre.
He was, again, supposed to be the chosen one.
He was the chosen one. Yes, exactly. He was the chosen one. He was
supposed to be back there.
Yeah, he was supposed to be back there. What happens? Did he win the Royal Rumble? No. Did he challenge Lesnar in the Royal Rumble? No. Roman comes back, WrestleMania. Big match. Okay. Superman punch, spear. Done.
Yeah.
Where's McIntyre? And now allied with Shane O'Mac.
But again, before that, if you remember... buried because of Roman Reigns and the Shield.
Oh yeah, buried, completely buried.
All because of Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
buried. The Roman Reigns agenda.
Well, yeah, of course, it has to happen. So, do you really see Roman losing twice on pay-per-view, back to back? Absolutely not.
I don't.
Absolutely not. So,
I don't.
Roman Reigns will win. Superman punch, spear, done.
Next here it says Xavier Woods and Big E versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Why
the fuck is this match even taking place?
Who wants to see that? Who wants to see that? And not even for a title.
I don't know why this is fucking taking place. I don't understand.
Yesterday they had a match in the main event with Kofi Kingston and Seth Rollins against Owens and Zayn. First of all, why are they teaming up? They're on separate shows. Wildcard thing. Why? Because they knew that you know that that's the only way that you can book them?
I guess.
Hell no. See, where's Sami Zayn's heat? He was actually getting over.
Yeah.
Now what? He's back in the same place that he's always been.
Yeah.
Jobber.
Well, I think they just don't give a shit.
They don't like him.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't.
So that match, you will be the New Day winner.
I would think the New Day.
The New Day. It will be Xavier Woods and Big E.
So, I mean, that match to me shouldn't even be taking place. Next, we have the Cruiserweight Championship match. Is Tony Nese versus Akira Tozawa versus Drew Gulak. Here, this one might be a little bit tougher. I'm a Drew Gulak fan, I have to say, a little bit here. But I want to say Tony Nese is going to keep the title here. I'm a Tony Nese fan at heart. We met him.
Yes.
Plus, he's a very good wrestler.
He's a really good wrestler, and he's a nice guy. I will say that. He talked to us, and he just won the championship. I feel that like there's nobody in that division right now that he's been portrayed as the next guy in contendership.
Yes, I want to say he inherited what Murphy had.
Yes, that aura. He's the guy. So I don't think Tozawa, like, nobody really likes or believes in Akira Tozawa.
I don't think it's more like they don't connect with him.
Yes. So I feel that like Tony Nese is going to retain the title. And I like Drew Gulak too. He's from Philly.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, I think he was getting over with that character.
He was.
With the candidate and all of that. But again, chop him up.
Well, they I'm sorry, but they just...
Any little thing that is about to come into fruition, nope, they have to chop it off. Because it doesn't go according to their way.
Yeah, they always do that. They do that with a number of characters. If you're getting yourself over, done.
Then nope.
Next, we have the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Daniel Bryan and Rowan versus Heavy Machinery. This might be the one match that I'm actually looking forward to, just because you actually have Heavy Machinery getting a tag team title match.
That's true.
And if I would book this my way, I would have Heavy Machinery go over. And this one to me is a little bit harder to book. I'm thinking Daniel Bryan and Rowan are going to win this. But Daniel Bryan in the past has had his creative way to have other people go over. So I'm hoping Heavy Machinery will win this match. Just because they're new, they're upcoming. You need to have these new and upcomers win matches.
That's true.
Have the titles.
You need new people winning championships just because that will bring the attention of the fans.
Yes.
And the Heavy Machinery are a good tag team. I know what I like what Brutus does.
Yes.
The Caterpillar and his all intensity is good. I feel that like they have potential to be a good tag team, and actually people like them.
They do. People do enjoy them, and I think this could be a nice match. And they've had chemistry.
It will be a good feel good moment if they win.
Yeah.
And like you said, Brian might be able to do that, but it's a little sad that he has to be the one saying let's put this kind of teams over.
That's what I mean. I think if it does happen, it's Daniel Bryan saying, listen, I'm using my creative control to have these guys go over and win the match. Whereas if it doesn't, it's WWE creative saying, listen, no. You guys are keeping the titles.
Yeah. That's our prediction. I think Daniel Bryan and Rowan are going to win it. I feel that Heavy Machinery is a good tag team, but knowing the way that they book things, they will retain the titles.
The next we have the Universal Championship. Seth Rollins taking on fucking Baron Corbin yet again.
A rematch from the Saudi Arabia show. Super Showdown. Why? I'm asking why.
I don't give a fuck about this match. Seth Rollins is going to win. If Baron Corbin wins, I will probably have a seizure. I mean, maybe you guys don't know, I have epilepsy. If Baron Corbin wins this match, I will go and probably into an epileptic fit. But, you know, I don't know. Baron Corbin's getting a huge push. I don't know why. I mean, he's a spokesman for Joseph A. Banks or fucking Men's Warehouse. Why the fuck is the guy getting this huge push? I don't know. He doesn't connect with anybody. The man fucking lost everything when he lost the Money in the Bank briefcase several years ago.
Against John Cena.
Yeah. And ever since then, I have not had any interest in Baron Corbin.
That's true. Yeah.
You absolutely buried the guy when he lost the Money in the Bank briefcase. The guy could have been somebody. Could have
been a really good heel.
Yes.
But now it's actually boring and not interesting.
Not at all.
And like you said, when we do the pre-talk for the show, nobody really connects with Seth Rollins being the champion because of the way that he won the championship.
We have mentioned that before, and I remember that saying I just don't understand why they didn't have Seth Rollins go over Lesnar clean at WrestleMania. You had him kick him in the balls like they did. They had him do it on Raw previously before Mania, and it made Seth Rollins look incredibly weak. I just don't understand why you didn't have him legitimately win the title and have him look like a legitimate candidate as a champion.
And the match was really short also, remember?
Oh, I know, but that's what I mean. I don't understand what the whole problem was there.
Yeah.
They could have had a good match. Rollins can bring out good matches in a lot of people, and instead, you had a bullshit match,
yes,
and it was so short, and you had him win in a cheap way.
Yep.
And it made Rollins look extremely weak, and from then on, I looked at Rollins as a bullshit champion, and I still do to this day.
The whole reign that he's had is really awful.
It's been terrible.
The only good thing was the match with Styles. That was semi-decent. Semi-decent. But I even showed that match to some of my friends in Ecuador, and they were like, why is he doing that? That was, why is he low-blowing him?
Yeah.
And then three stumps and done.
Yeah.
And they go, wow, this is lame.
Yeah.
It's pretty lame. Nobody believes in Seth Rollins. And in my opinion, I think it's because we all see Roman's shadow behind it.
I can see that.
He hasn't been able to break up the Shield thing completely. And we all know that like if Roman will be going in against Seth Rollins Roman will be the guy taking the championship from him.
And do you see how sad and pathetic that is?
It is.
That people, think that because, to me, Roman is bullshit. I've never seen Roman as a credible opponent. I've never seen him as a good wrestler. Because he has 5 moves in his entire moveset. He is, they see him as the face of the company. I've never seen him as the face of the company.
Oh,
okay?
No.
You may want to see him as the face of the company. I never have. Okay? I see him, if you want to see him as the face of the company, he's like all the other generic faces of the company. Okay? Look at Hogan, look at Cena, look at San Martino, okay? Look at Austin, okay?
5 moves.
5 moves and done. Okay?
And done.
They all did the same fucking thing. Look at Hogan. He threw punches, he did the big boot, he did the leg drop, done.
And done.
Cena, okay? Punch, okay? 5 knuckle shuffle, okay?
F you.
F you, done. I'm not going to call it the fucking AA, okay?
F you.
Okay, San Martino he did fucking punches and a fucking bear hug and done.
And
okay?
that was done.
Fucking terrible wrestler, okay?
Yeah.
Austin to me branched out maybe a little bit more, but still bullshit wrestler, okay? I like Austin more so because of the character. He resonated a lot more with people because of all the moments he had on Raw.
All the shit he did.
All the shit he did with all the moments he had on Raw, stuff like that is why I like Austin, but still not a great wrestler, and again, I will say that might be partly due to the fact that he had an injured neck.
Yeah, he got an injured neck, so he had to cut the moveset.
He did. He had to cut some of his moves back and dial it back because he did have more of a moveset. You look at the match at WrestleMania 13 with Bret Hart.
Yes.
To me, one of my favorite matches of all time and one of the greatest matches of all time I've ever seen. And he had a lot of stuff going on in that match, but to me, you look at his moveset, it's not great.
No.
It is not great at all. It's not good. Because punches, Luthez press, stunner, done.
Done.
He didn't do a lot. And that's all the faces of the company.
So I feel that's why Seth Rollins to me is not as credible as he could have been. And I'm sorry, but another thing that we've been talking about is if you don't have a credible opponent for your champion, the feud goes completely lost.
Yeah.
Completely lost. And Baron Corbin is not able to put himself in a way of a contendership that people will be interested in seeing that.
Well, they don't have a lot of credible opponents for any champions.
Yeah, that's why they suffer.
You don't build up characters. You don't build up people, and WWE is suffering for that.
There's a crisis in heels. The best heel that they have right now, who?
To me, on the main roster, I might say Joe. And right now, he's in the mid-card. They don't see him as a credible, opponent for the main
championship,
titles.
Yeah.
And I think that's bullshit.
And he's feuding with Ricochet right now.
I think that's great because Ricochet can go and so can Joe.
Yes.
But like we said before, Bobby Roode, a.k.a. Robert Roode, that guy is a great wrestler and can be a main event talent. You need to see that. So does WWE.
If you're going to have somebody that will make Rollins even better, it should be like an Almas. It should be like a Bobby Roode. It should be even Balor. Have a rematch like that. But create a whole storyline about it.
For those who don't know, Balor can be a great heel. Go back and watch his days in the Bullet Club in New Japan. He was one of the best heels and one of the hottest heels in New Japan history.
And if you're not going to have him on TV anymore, bring him back as heel.
Bring him back as heel. But have him be Prince Devitt, which he was in New Japan. Because the man was absolutely on fire in New Japan. My favorite character might be Prince Devitt. He was badass.
So that's the main problem with this match. But we predict Rollins is going to win it.
So next we have the SmackDown Women's Championship, Bayley versus Alexa Bliss.
That's all you, Ryan. Because you're going to comment on that.
Right now, to me, okay, think about this, people. The WWE has a prototype, okay, for women, all women, in the WWE. Okay? I don't care what you guys think. This is what I think. The WWE likes women who are blonde and have big tits. Okay? Okay?
That's why. And what else?
Okay? Well, they love the asses too. They do. Alexa Bliss probably has a nicer ass than she has tits.
Thank you.
But, and no doubt, dude. This man wants to go see her again and wants to pay $89 to get a picture and an autograph with her. I don't want to do it, okay? Because it's everything I stand against. I don't want to give WWE any more money. I'm tired of it. Okay? I think she is one of the hottest women I've ever seen. No doubt.
In your whole entire life.
No doubt. Absolutely. She is gorgeous. Okay? The woman cannot tell the difference between a wrist lock and a wristwatch. She could not wrestle herself out of a fucking paper bag. The woman sucks when it comes to wrestling. She is fucking terrible. The woman, okay, they had the fucking, moment of piss on SmackDown with Bayley.
Yes.
Bayley is right. She is currying favors in the back. She is fucking blowing somebody, giving a hand job, whatever, having sex with somebody, whatever it is. She's doing something in the back, okay, that's pushing her always. She's always in a fucking match. And when she's not in a match, okay, she's doing these fucking moment of pisses with people. No matter what, she's on a show. Okay, when she had the fucking belt months ago, okay, a year ago, whatever it was, and she just held the belt and she didn't even go in the ring because she can't fucking wrestle. She is awful. She cannot fucking do anything. And I'm tired of seeing her in the matches and in these big moments where other women like Ruby Riott, like Ember Moon, okay, other big superstars.
Even Liv Morgan.
I
Sarah Lowen. Where are they?
Okay? I'm tired of it, okay?
Where are they?
These other women, okay, that's why Sasha Banks is out right now.
Kyrie.
She wants
Asuka.
big moments like this. You know, she wants to recreate what she did with Bayley at Brooklyn.
Yes.
Okay? Several years ago. That might be the best women's match I've ever seen. And these women can't do it in the main roster because WWE doesn't allow them. The closest I've seen might be what Becky Lynch and Charlotte did.
Yeah, I will say in Evolution.
Yes.
In Evolution.
That might
let them go.
They let them do it.
Yeah, they'll let them go.
That might be the closest I've seen.
Yes. Yes.
Okay? But, you know, I'm tired of it.
So, what is your prediction?
For me, I am not surprised if they do put the belt on Bliss. I would not be surprised.
That's actually my prediction also.
Yes.
I think she's going to win the championship, and good for her.
Hey, I'm not surprised. That's going to piss me the fuck off. Because I'm tired of this fucking ditzy blonde getting all the fucking credit and everything. She's already won the fucking title.
It's
what?
5 times.
5 times. She's going to be a fucking 6-time champion. And what? 6-time champion in a matter of what? 3 years? 2 years?
Yes.
Ridiculous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. Tired of it. Okay? Bayley should win the match. Okay? Should win the match. I don't think she's going to, but should win it.
And they should have like a more credible opponent for her. And my only thing is like, why is she challenging for the SmackDown champion when she's a Raw superstar? What the hell happened with the Wildcard rule?
I'm tired of it.
You know, there's no...
Shows you everything's fucked up in WWE.
Yes. And everything shows you that Jon Moxley, a.k.a. Dean Ambrose, was right all along. We invite you guys to listen to his podcast.
It's on the fucking page. I put it on the fucking page. If you haven't listened to Jon Moxley on Talk is Jericho, it's on the goddamn page. Go listen to it. He talks the fucking truth.
He tells you what all the things that are going on right now in WWE. He explains in detail.
What's wrong with the fucking creative process?
Yes. He has to go 3 times to Vince and the writers to get something in. And he finds out the time that he gets into the arena that is all fucked up.
Yeah. And it doesn't even matter because Vince changes it and says, no.
No.
This is your character. This is what you do.
This is who you are.
Yeah.
This is who you are. So, in this case, I will say, in my opinion, I love Alexa Bliss, but as a woman. So, as a wrestler, she is very limited. But because the way that WWE works, which is really sad.
You're being generous by saying limited. She's fucking garbage.
Which is sad how they portray the person and not really the wrestler, she will become the champion. So that's my prediction. Because they have to go with the blondes.
They always do.
So
Think about it, people. Tori Wilson, blonde, big tits, pushed. Okay? Trish Stratus, blonde, big tits, pushed. Deborah, blonde, big tits. Stacy Keibler, blonde, didn't have big tits, but was beautiful. Okay, had the long legs, came out to that song. She Got Legs by Kid Rock. Okay?
Yes.
Originally by ZZ Top.
Yes.
Okay. Who else?
We said Sunny.
Sunny. Okay, the original diva. Okay,
yes.
Blonde, big tits. Okay.
Michelle McCool.
Michelle McCool, blonde. Okay, didn't have huge tits, but still beautiful. Okay, you had Jillian, blonde, big tits. You had who is it? Sable, blonde, big tits. Okay, all of these people, that's their prototype. Blonde, big tits.
Yes.
I don't know why. Vince gets a hard-on for blonde with big tits and gets a hard-on for men who have big muscles.
That's the prototype of a wrestler. And that takes us to another blonde that is being pushed to the moon in a very short time.
Lacey
Evans in her match with Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship.
Good fucking Lord. I don't understand why we're getting this rematch. Okay? To me, I'm assuming Becky Lynch is going to win this, even though she is lost all her fucking momentum. I mean, if you want to put the belt on Lacey Evans, you can. But to me, she is really garbage. She can't talk. She can't. She can wrestle maybe a little bit, but she is just the same thing as Bliss. She's garbage in the ring. She can talk a little bit on the mic, but that women's right is terrible. That fucking finishing move is so god awful. I just don't buy it, and I'm hoping they do the right thing and just keep it on Becky. I mean, right now,
her momentum is gone, though.
No doubt.
Her momentum is completely gone.
No doubt. They fucked everything up by having the belts on her, the two belts, and then having her go back and forth.
Yes,
and people got tired.
Got tired of seeing her. Yeah, and
no doubt.
And I will say the fact that you're comparing the women's right with the KO punch is really bullshit. She needs a different finish.
She does. I liked when she did the best move. It was comparable to what Christopher Daniels does. Yes. Best moonsault ever.
Yes.
She went and did a springboard.
Yes. Yeah.
I would rather her do that and have that as her finisher than do that fucking punch.
Yes.
Does she think she's Big Show?
No.
Because her fist is tinier than my left nut.
Yeah.
Okay, so why is she doing a fucking punch? Yes. I don't understand it.
I understand how you feel, and I agree with you. I think she's a semi-decent wrestler. The main problem with her is the way she was portrayed. 5 seconds high, and then all of a sudden she wants to wrestle. So, and now she's been in contention twice for the championship on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
When she hasn't even had 3 matches on Raw.
That's true.
So that's the problem. But I'm hoping that they keep the title on Becky. Just because at least...
It makes more sense, and I would have a more credible opponent take it off.
Yes. I feel that... hopefully they don't do Charlotte.
Well, if they're going to do that, that's even worse.
Because who else are you going to do contender for the Raw Women's Championship?
For me...
Because you have Natalya, you have...
To me, I would have to think about that and look at the entire women's division.
That's what I'm saying. Because you have Natalya, you have Naomi.
Because to me, you have other credible opponents. If you can do the wildcard rule, I'm having either a Kairi Sane or an Asuka. Instead of doing that fucking tag team, break one of them off, come
and
over
bring
and
him back. Yeah, because I miss Asuka.
Yeah.
I miss seeing her.
And even Kairi, dude, is a great wrestler and can be a credible opponent.
I want Io Shirai in the main roster if she's not going to win the NXT Championship.
Well, I think it's time for Baszler to
which she didn't win, and I'm spoiling, but probably you guys don't even watch NXT. So she has a cage match with Shayna Baszler, and Shayna retained the title.
I am getting tired of Shayna Baszler with the title.
I mean, I think it's time for her to go to the main roster and she can challenge Becky Lynch.
That would be badass.
And it will be nice.
That would be badass.
Why would it be nice? Because she's a hell of a heel and Becky's a hell of a face.
Yeah.
And that will actually bring some legitimacy to the women's division.
That actually might bring Becky back into more popularity.
And it will be a good storyline because she could be, you fucked up my friend in Ronda Rousey, so I'm going to go after your title.
Yeah.
I'm giving you an idea, WWE.
They won't listen.
So, and you don't need to have Lacey Evans in the championship match all the time. Bring Shayna Baszler, and it could be a great long feud. And then what's going to happen? Ronda Rousey's going to come back.
The only other one I throw out there, and WWE, I know you won't listen, but to me, the best wrestler you have on that roster, besides Sasha Banks, is Ruby Riott. And I would love to see Ruby Riott as champion.
It will be great. The only thing I know they won't do it is because she's injured, though. She is injured.
I would love to see her come back and win the title.
Yeah, if she's ready, go for it. Or if not, we'll be waiting for Nia Jax.
Fuck that.
Tamina.
Fuck that.
So, that will be our prediction for Becky. And what is the next match?
This is the final match on the card
and
here.
Probably the main event. If you can call that a main event.
I doubt it. I haven't seen this title main event
in 2 years.
Has it main evented in 2 years? I don't think it has.
Yeah.
But the WWE Championship, and this is Kofi Kingston taking on Dolph Ziggler yet again.
In a steel cage match.
I guess they're trying to change it up by putting it in a steel cage, acting like these two are rivals, even though they're not.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's not a rivalry in 2 pay-per-views like this, and the way it's been built up, it's not really... Dolph Ziggler went away for, 6 months?
Yes.
And all of a sudden he comes back and he earned a title match by doing nothing.
And it should be me.
So, it's absolutely ridiculous. I would rather see you take on Kofi Kingston than Dolph Ziggler. I love Dolph, but to me, the man has gotten screwed more times than
a prostitute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Than a fucking prostitute.
I'm tired of it.
Yes.
I'm tired of seeing it. So I don't see Kofi losing this. I would love to see, if you want people to tune in, I would love to see a great steel cage match, where Kofi's worn out and then Lesnar cashes in. But to me, that's terrible booking because nobody's going to be there and nobody's going to be watching it.
Yes.
So it doesn't make sense to do that.
And I will say to you, if you bring Dolph back, at least give him the championship. Do some justice to the guy.
If you want to, you could do that, but to me, I highly doubt they're going to.
And also, to me, it was bullshit that he comes back and the way they booked him, because he could have been like a better heel. No, it shouldn't be me. Shouldn't be me. I would have liked him do more heelish things. And then in the match, Super Showdown, he lost in 5 minutes.
Well, dude,
5 minutes for Dolph Ziggler.
Are you shocked?
It's not that I'm not. I'm upset because if you're gonna bring him back as a heel, give him the championship in a good way.
The only reason he was there is because Kevin Owens didn't want to go to Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
And Dolph Ziggler was offered all this money, and that's why.
And that's why he has to come back.
Yeah.
Because we're still waiting an answer when he relinquished the U.S. Championship. We're still waiting an answer for that.
So.
WWE has not given me a story based on that.
Nope.
So I think that will be our prediction. Kofi will retain.
I would think so.
Especially if they're advertising a rematch, another rematch between the two of them.
They better not, because this pay-per-view I assume is going to bomb big time, and then they can't do more rematches at fucking
the Clash of Champions. To me, I will hope that Dolph wins it. To me, titles like that should be put on heels because they feel better when he's on a heel.
To me, I love heels much more than a babyface because you can do so much more as a heel.
You can do more stuff to keep the title and everything. So, in my opinion, I think Kofi will win. Do I want him to win? No, I want Dolph to win.
As do I. I hate Kofi so much now. His character.
It's just because
it's been stale for years.
It's because it's just the New Day. Like, if they wanted him as champion, like you said, they need to split up the New Day.
Yes.
At least, or make the New Day more serious, rather than
Yes, like do a reboot like they did with the Usos.
Yes.
Okay, do something like that and make them a little more serious. I would like to see that with the New Day.
Like, yeah, like
Okay,
different outfits.
Yes.
Different,
No more fucking bootios. No more goddamn pancakes. No ice cream.
It's a New Day. Yes, it is. No.
No more of that.
No.
Let's have it's a no day. Like I want no more New Day. This is old. I want something different and a reboot.
Or is a different day.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. And then you cut all the crap, and that way your champion will be more believable. Because it's like, this guy that we love, that we know that he could never be champion, is champion right now, but we don't really want him to be champion. We just wanted him to be champion one night, and that's what it was. For example, it's very comparable to what people felt about Mick Foley becoming the champion. And see how long it lasted.
Well, to me, dude.
Because if you think about it, see, they didn't have as much faith in Mick Foley.
Well,
but they put a title on him to make the people think, the title is for everybody.
But for me, dude.
And there's people that don't really deserve the title.
For me, dude. It was creative who didn't believe in Mick Foley. The fans did. People loved Mick Foley, and after he won the belt, they still loved him. I'm
saying, but you see what I'm trying to do right there.
I do see what you're doing, but to me, at least, Foley, when he first won the belt, still, I felt respectable.
Yes.
He wasn't fucking firing pancakes into the goddamn crowd. So
it is, but even in that situation, his runs were like 2 seconds. Kofi has been already like 2-3 months.
I agree.
It should have been done.
I agree.
Put it on somebody that people actually believe that's going to be like the champion.
I agree.
So I think we're done here.
I think we are. I think we are. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We went on rants a little bit, but
it's always good. We need some rants. We support what Jon Moxley is doing.
I do.
Being an independent wrestler, he's actually going to gyms right now.
Yes.
Wrestling for 500, 600 people is very, very remarkable. What this guy is doing.
Absolutely. And for me, guys, you guys need to understand that what WWE is doing right now, they always do it just for money, and you need to understand that, New Japan, AEW, Ring of Honor, these other promotions are putting on much better product than WWE is.
Yes. Even NXT has been doing it for years now.
Yes.
It's overshadowing the main roster.
Yes.
Adam Cole is the hottest thing right now that NXT has.
No doubt.
He deserves that title more than anybody. My friends in Ecuador compare him with Shawn Michaels.
No doubt.
They said we see so much of Shawn Michaels in Adam Cole.
No doubt. If you guys don't watch NXT, please do try and start watching it, because it's so much better than what the main roster does.
All you need to do is watch a pay-per-view, even a few matches for any pay-per-view,
and you
will become in love of NXT. And it shows you, it's right there, it's in your own backyard. So the fact that McMahon doesn't even realize that is really sad, because he could be just telling Triple H, okay, you're in charge, and the product will be so much better.
Well, that's the thing. Triple H is in charge of NXT, where Vince doesn't watch NXT.
That's another thing.
Triple H at least doesn't have to go through Vince for NXT, where everything else with Raw and SmackDown, everything there has to go through Vince, and that's why it's all bullshit. Where NXT and 205 Live, those are two pretty awesome shows controlled by Paul Levesque, Triple H.
Terra Ryzing, Paul Levesque, Hunter Hemsley, Jean-Paul Levesque, The Game, The King of Kings.
So
we're saying all those names. It's not because we want a job. We just want to let you know how many names Triple H has had in the past. But
if you wanted to give us a job, we'll take it.
We'll take it, yeah. So please, Triple H, or Paul Levesque, or Terra Ryzing, or Hunter Hemsley, or Jean-Paul Levesque, please give us a job.
Absolutely.
If you're hiring. So we want to thank all of you for the support. Keep watching. We'll be right back.
And please comment on everything that we post. videos.
We love
articles.
discussions. We love discussion. Right now we're gonna post also like our gameplay.
Yes.
So if you enjoy that, you'll see true wrestling there.
Yes.
No entertainment whatsoever. It becomes entertaining because we make it entertaining, but it's pure wrestling. Take care, guys. Ada!